Hi everyone, I'm JD, welcome back to my channel. So I've got another Junk Journal with Me video here. This time I'm doing a page spread featuring items from Paper Daisy Journals again. So I sorted all the ephemerum papers that she sent me and put them into that little bag, and then these are the ones I've pulled out for this particular spread. Some ladies helped me to do this one during a live, so big shout out especially to Miffy. So this page is also dedicated to Miffy because she said an amazing little quote that just completely spoke to me, resonated with me, and changed my perspective and changed my behaviour. So I'm going to talk a bit about that in this video. But first of all, I wanted to include some of the packaging from Paper Daisy Journals. So I've got this sticker with one of the logos, and then another sticker you'll see later with her logo that says Paper Daisy Journals on it. And so I just put the vellum there as a pocket, and I like how you can see through it. And that paper with the strawberries was from Paper Daisy Journals. Everything's from Paper Daisy Journals. This pocket here, I sewed around the edges, and you can see that logo on top. Well, no you can't anymore, but anyway. Then I wanted to represent everything, a bit of everything from her packages. So a bit of fabric, a bit of trim and lace, some of the papers, some ephemera and wallpaper. And yeah, just placing one of each item at least in this page spread. So I'm starting off by collaging this left hand side with this beautiful trim or fabric with the green and the pink roses, or I'm not sure what flower that is actually, but this became a green and pink page, and also a cream and red page to tie in with the strawberries and cream. Also gold as well, so the logo has the gold daisy, was it a dandelion? And then you'll see later on, just there, that page there has the gold kind of dandelion type things on it, so I thought that fit really well with the sticker in the upper right hand corner. And it just happened to fit as well because the bird that was already on the page was green, so that worked really well for the pink and green page spread. So I ended up doing a tiny bit of a collage on the left hand page, but I leave that space blank, which I'm glad I did because I was thinking of covering it over, but I'm glad I left it because I later end up journaling in that blank space. I had a lot to write on this page. So this here is a little bit of lace trim, and there's this little bit of ribbon that I glue down on top of the trim so that it becomes a flip. So it gives it just that bit more interactive nature to this page, which I really, really love. So I thought that was so cute, and it ties in the strawberries and cream motif or theme with those colours. And then I wanted to represent the joy of opening Paper Daisy Journals, her package. And so in that pocket on the left, I just tuck in some of the pieces in her package. And it's kind of like, ooh, opening the package again. So there's actual packaging represented on this page and different bits and pieces. And I just tuck it into that pocket, and it's like when you pull them out, it's kind of like reliving opening the package and seeing all the goodies inside. There's a vintage seed packet, there's a strip of wallpaper, a French wine label, and some more packaging with the beautiful washi tape and design on the vellum. So I really like how that looks, and the good thing is that I can take those out if I want and use them on a different page spread if I want to later on. And so this little piece of paper, I did a test for a different page spread. It's kind of sparkly, and I tested different pens on it because my Micron didn't work well on it, but a ballpoint pen did. So it was great because it actually fits in with the theme. The ballpoint pen has the pretty diamante or diamond on the top, crystal, and this page spread is all about pretty things. So this is the quote that Miffy said to me, and when I say quote, I think it was just something off the top of her head that she came up with, so it's not an actual quote, but I'm claiming it as a Miffy quote now. There will always be pretty things for the next journal. And I just rewrote that quote because I did it before, but slightly differently, and I like this version better. So I'm adapting it in a way that suits me. So basically the story behind this page spread is, as I was opening the box, I was loving everything and just so happy, and I was saying how I wanted to keep a lot of the pieces for me, because they just made me so happy. And then when I went to do a page spread with the pieces, I was umming and ahhing, going, oh, do I use it on this page? Because what if I want to use it in a different journal? And I was saying, this is my dilemma every time I go to journal, because I'm too scared to use these pretty pieces, because once you use it, that's it. There's only one and it's gone if you use it. And what if I wanted to use it for a different journal? And Miffy said, there will always be pretty things for the next journal. And I was like, yes, it completely, when you just get something that totally changes your mindset and your behavior, that was one of those times. Oh, I'm just writing the date down here, by the way. I like to date every page that I do. And yeah, so I thought, you are so right. And I realized it was God speaking to me through Miffy's words in a deeper level, not just about journaling, but life. I realized that I had a mindset, the dearth mindset, the lack mindset, where you feel like you're always lacking or something, and you're always worried, so you hoard and you save because you're worried about the future, that there'll be nothing in the future or something. And so that's not the mindset I want to have. We don't need that mindset. God is a God of provision. He will always provide for us day after day after day. And it reminded me of the story of how he provides manna from heaven, and how the people would, some of them, collect more than a day's worth, because that's what they were worried about. They'd worried about the next day not having enough. They didn't trust God to provide the next day. And so it just challenged me, convicted me, and it helped me to realize, hey, what's my mindset? I don't want a mindset of lack. I've got a mindset of abundance, because my God is a God of abundance and provision and fullness, and I don't have to worry about emptiness or nothing or lacking, because my God will always provide for my needs, and even more than that, because he just loves to bless us upon that. So that's what I'm writing about here. And yes, so now, ever since then, I've been using these pieces, the special pieces I'm putting in my journal. Granted, some of them I only paperclip in or put in a pocket because I might still want to use it somewhere else, but at least I'm using it. I'm putting it in a journal instead of a drawer. I was telling them how I have a drawer, and there's a live video that's a replay. You can check it out. I'll link it below if I remember. If I don't, just remind me in the comments. And I go through all the things that I have that I just kept for me. So out of my whole stash, everything, every basket, every box, every shelf is for journals for others. But there's one drawer in my room that is just for me. That is just for my own personal journals and the journals that I want to make for me. But the thing is, I've had that drawer for, over a year now, and I've done nothing, or almost a year now. I've done nothing with it. And it just really stresses me out a little bit, that how the thought of, what's the point of having a drawer that you never use? And who knows, I could die tomorrow and that drawer would just be left wasted, completely wasted. The money you buy on these supplies, the joy that these supplies could give, just wasted, completely wasted in a drawer. So now Miffy also suggested that I every day do a page spread in my journal using one item from my drawer that I've been hoarding. I thought that's a great idea, and I've been keeping it up in this vintage journal. So that's what this vintage journal is about, just using those pretty things that give me joy. And it's so much better. What I learned, I know this, but I already knew it. It just reiterated it for me in this journal, that yes, pretty things are pretty, but they're even prettier when you use them on a page. They're prettier than sitting in a drawer. They're much prettier when you use those on a page. So I hope this encourages you. If you've been hoarding some things, just trust that the next time you journal, there'll be more pretty things for you to use. And instead of accumulating pretty things, and well, for you it might not be pretty, but other things that speak to you and that you love, for me it's pretty things, use them in your journal, celebrate them, delight in them, because now you can flip through your journal and look at them and love how they tell a story, or whatever you want to do with them, and show them off, rather than have them hidden away in a drawer where you can't see them and where no one else can see them either, and no one can enjoy them when they're in a drawer. So use those things. That's what I'm doing now. It completely changed my perspective and my behavior. I am now using my drawer, using the items in my drawer, because I know that there's plenty of pretty things in the world that I can always buy in the future, maybe, you know. So there's always going to be things. And so I'm writing about that here, just how it's not only a journaling lesson about hoarding, but a life lesson. Maybe there's other things, you know, people saving the best china for a dinner party. No, bring it out now. Or people saving those, you know, the kid who saves the roller skates because they don't want to take it out of the packaging, and then they grow up and they realize, oh, I never used the roller skates because my feet grew too big for them. What a waste. What an absolute waste. All the joy you could have had from being in those roller skates. So just in life in general, my encouragement from this page spread is use those things that spark joy for you. Don't hide them away in a drawer or in a closet or a top shelf. Just use them and delight in them and enjoy them, and know that we can have a mindset of abundance and fullness, not a mindset of lack. And it showed me that I had a mindset of lack when I don't need to have one. And maybe you have one too, and we can together learn to have a different mindset of plenty. Okay guys, thanks for watching. Bye.